Well, right away, they'll change the look. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Again, it's Barkley. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
But that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Now Jones. A short one here, secured by the tight end Waller. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Jones. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Jones looking to change the play. Now Jones looking to throw on 2nd down. He'll find Hodgins there, complete. Now we've got a giant player here, slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. A couple of first downs, has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down. The Giants at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they're going to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Back to throw. Jones. And that will be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants. Back deep to return is K.J. Hamler. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Commanders come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That goes for a gain of 31.
I guess we got a good idea about what the game plan is for attacking this secondary. No beating around the bush with this crew. His first throw of the game is a deep shot, and it connects. That's a tendency breaker right there because normally you build up to the big shot, but not in this case.
Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. So he's stopped for no gain, and it'll be 2nd down. You talk about this Giant defense. Coming into this one, ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
When they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
Howell's throw complete to Dotson. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And once more, Howell back to the air. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And some room to work. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. This is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really haven't. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
Those are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. Slayton going to take it from the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. At their own 35-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. For the play fake, and now here's how to throw it. Quick slant, Dotson. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They'll go play action. Howell. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Howell. Oh, and that is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, it's Howell. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a fourth down.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on fourth. Howell, he'll look to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard fourth down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
So after the big play on fourth, here's 1st and 10. Now Howell. Touchdown! Terry McLaurin from 17 yards out. And the Commanders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Krupe able to add the PAT. And it's now 14-0. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And no run back here for Slayton, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. picked off by Jamin Davis. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. They'll motion McLaurin left. Faking the handoff. Howell. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
2nd down. Howell now. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. 3rd and goal, and still a long way from the end zone. Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And now because of the sack, it's 3rd and goal from the 14. Howell down to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy. There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And some strong running. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Get it together.
Jamie Gillen now on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return.
And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. Back to throw, Howell. Connects with Kittle underneath. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts
as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. Throwing here, Howell.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have a Commanders first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders.
George Kittle as the first half is winding down.
And the Commanders will extend their lead here just before halftime.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
The point after, good by Groupie.
And a rout is on here in this first half.
Cameron Dicker to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Slayton going to take it from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw complete here to Waller.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. A final shot before break. Jones.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the 2nd half gets underway. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They go play action with Howell. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Gain of 26 yards. And the Commanders' first down.
Off play action. It's Howell.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Kayvon Thibodeau in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
The job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Here's Howell.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Complete. It's Dotson.
14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
It's a pickup of 14, but it brings up 4th down.
And Howell will throw it. Going right back to Dotson. Yeah, this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington first down. And an exhale there as they convert on 4th.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up, because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here.
To the 36-yard line. Stop there.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Howell's throw pulled in by Kittle.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
He has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 15-yard line.
Quinn Miners, 3rd-round pick in 2021, called for the penalty.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Howell.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And this one is right down the middle. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Throwing, Jones.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
It certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
Foul to the air on 1st and 10.
That's going to be caught.
Touchdown, Washington. Cole Turner,
His first touchdown on the year.
and the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And no run back here for Slayton, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Now Jones.
Short throw going to be caught by Waller. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed 1st down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the 1st, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 60 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes.
It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
picked by Kenneth Murray.
And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off play action. Howell. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a play fake here on 1st down.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
A great play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Commanders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Groupie for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Commanders 41, Giants nothing.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. Slayton going to take it from the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment because someone was shaken up on that play.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
Short throw pulled in by Bellinger.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak.
And now they're in the hurry-up.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11.
2nd down, Howell back to pass.
In trouble, and he's taken down.
Now 3rd down and very long.
A loss of 13 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, Howell. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Dexter Lawrence able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Washington going to send out their punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Returnable here from the 38. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards.
And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10. Jones now throwing to start the drive. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile.
Down the left sideline.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Stephen Carter, his first rushing touchdown of the year.
And the Giants are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Giants 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the 4th quarter. You know, in the past, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much well in the books.
Yeah, we were
Toward the sideline, intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And the Giants are going to take over here up near the 40.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
67 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And they'll run for it with Barkley. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
They'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So how about the fortitude there? They're in field goal range, but they say, no, forget the 3. We think we can get the first, and they wind up getting a lot more than they bargained for.
And I love how you used an SAT word to describe what we just saw there, partner. That's got to be a deflated defense. You see the head down, the shoulders slumped. But we've talked about this before. Sometimes as a defense, you get so wrapped up in defending the first down line, that that's your last line of defense. And once they get past that, they're gone.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. That one looks like he'll throw here. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin.
There he goes again.
And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 68 yards.
The play fake, and now here's how to throw it.
And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Powell. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
And the Giants come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So a victory here for the Commanders.
And maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. And a division game is usually a touchdown or less because these 2 teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory. Oh, yeah, that flight home will be good.